Bershut, Maradater of Chassid Shlita, of Imairi, my dear brother, and all of you, dear friends, Kahal Kadosh Bruchim to you. It really has been very wonderful, very special to come back for a short visit, for a family simcha. It reminds us really so much of all the love and what we gained from our stay here, and how in many respects this will always be home. Hardly a day goes by that I don't refer in some way to the experiences that we had and what we gained in life skills and understanding from our time here. And for that, Raquel and I will always be ever grateful. Dear Donny, yesterday you read so beautifully from your parasha, and I'd like to highlight one very short idea. And I'm not going to talk so much about the remarkable achievement that you have had, that was mentioned before, of learning so much Torah. I can't think of another young man of your age that has learned that much of Shas before their bar mitzvah. And that's truly something to be jealous of, and that is a remarkable achievement. But it is due in equal measure to your father and his chinuch as much as it is a credit to you. But I'd like to focus on something else. Yesterday you read, Moshe Rabbeinu comes down after having spent 40 days and 40 nights with Hashem. Lechem lo achal u'mayim lo shata. I can't really imagine going for 40 days and 40 nights, 40 minutes perhaps, without some refreshment of some sort. But 40 days, and he comes down and he has been basking in the radiance of being with Hashem and absorbing Torah. No sleep, no eating, no drinking. He is more angel than man. And he comes down and he doesn't realize, he did not realize that he was radiating the luster, the shine, the kedusha, which he was unaware of course, his trademark humility. He doesn't realize his own greatness. But where did that come from? Whence the source of that or panav that is so blinding that people can't even look at it, and he has to put on a mask, he has to put on a mask. And one would think, obviously it comes from the kedusha that he has absorbed, from all of the Torah that he has learned and gained from the best Rebbe of all time, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem Yitbarach himself. Not so, say Chazal. It comes from a few drops of ink that were left over, as it were, from the writing of the Torah. What on earth does this mean? HaKadosh Baruch Hu is a very good manager. There's no such thing as surplus, something that is surplus to requirements. Hashem surely knows exactly how much of the divine ink is needed to write a Sefer Torah. Explains the Rebbe Hershel of Krakow. These few drops come from a very special source. Of course, HaKadosh Baruch Hu knew exactly how much ink is needed to write a Sefer Torah. And he was writing that Sefer Torah. But then Moshe Rabbeinu, in last week's parasha, in this week's parasha, in his self-effacing trademark humility, says, if you are going to be angry with my people, meheni na misifracha asher katavta, you're going to have to write me out of your script. If there is no Klal Yisrael, there is no Moshe. And thus, as we know in last week's parasha, the Vayidaber Hashem al Moshe Leimor does not occur as one would expect it. And those were the extra drops of ink that should have been for the Vayidaber Hashem al Moshe Leimor. I don't know how many times it should have been in Tetzaveh, but Moshe said, if you're angry with my people, then you're angry with me, and I have no existence. Because Moshe Rabbeinu is not just about Torah, but it is Torah Chesed al Moshe. It is that fusion, that shiluv of Torah with the giving over of the Torah, the Mesirat Nefesh for his people, that makes him who he is. And that was the source of his luster, of his shine, of the ink that was, so to speak, was left over. Donny, so it's not just the Torah. My bracha to you is that you should always shine with the love of Torah, but not just the love of Torah and the learning of Torah, but the Torah lesson. Take the example from your parents, your grandparents, and the motto, the legacy, the values of this family that is not just learning Torah, but loving Torah and sharing Torah and understanding that it doesn't belong to a single individual, but Morashaki Lat Yaakov. And then your face will shine together with Or Chadash Hatzion Ta'ir, B'Biat HaMashiach Tzidkeinu B'Meirav Yameinu. Amen.